Hey, what's up guys, welcome back. And in this video we are gonna see GitHub CLI. So GitHub just released its own command line interface for developers, and this is totally official. And so basically, if you are someone who loves terminal and who wants to ease their life a little bit more, then this thing and this video is for you. And if you're someone who is like happy with the UI and all that stuff, or if you are just happy with normal Git installation and doing all the commands which you are already comfortable with, then also it's fine. But yeah, if something new is coming, then definitely it's a free and open source, so there is no harm in checking it out and exploring all the features and how it can be an advantage for your own workflow for everyday work which you do. So we will take a look there as well. So good part about GitHub CLI is that it's very easy to use. It is even easier than normal Git commands which you use. And then you can do a lot of things. You can like do almost everything which you can do with the UI. So you can like create repositories, clone them, fork them. You can even create gists, edit them, and yeah, you can do pull request and all that stuff, right? So you might be wondering like what is the difference between this and they announced there was something called Hub as well, which was also being maintained by GitHub team. So yeah, both are different, and Hub has been in existence for a long time, so they might have thought about creating something new which supports GitHub workflows as well and all. So that's why this comes into the picture. And then guys, it's not just about like you cannot use UI for doing all that stuff. Yeah, you can do it, but trust me, like using command line is sometimes faster. Especially I use mostly UI when I have to do merging and all sort of things where I have to actually check everything, right? Otherwise you can just use command line, which is little bit faster. So now let's start with this and let's see how we can use it. So right now I'm using Windows, so you can directly download it for Windows, or you can download it for Mac or Linux, whatever you are using. If you're on Windows, then you can also use Chocolatey, and similarly if you're on Mac OS, then you can use Homebrew. So you can just say brew install gh, and here you can like if you want, then you can use Chocolatey, or we can just click here download for Windows, and it will open my IDM, and yes, download it, and let's open it and let's install it. So I am just using this GUI for installing, and that's it guys. Like that's what we had to do. Like this is that simple. So now GH is there. Now I'll open my terminal. So I have this terminal over here, and let me just clear a little bit. That's a GH, and let's see if we get something. So you can see now we have GH already here, which means that GH is for GitHub. So GitHub CLI we have. Now we can just say GH dash help. So we can see all the commands again. So you can see like you can create gist, you can see issues and all these stuff. So let's do one thing. Let's first of all authenticate ourselves, so that we can see that what repositories we are working on with and bit. So you can just write gh auth login. So what it will do, it can ask you which account you have, like if you have just github.com, or if you have enterprise server. So I'll select github.com, and there are two ways. Either you can paste an authentication token, or you can log in with a web browser. So I'll choose login with the web browser, and it will open github.com into one of my browser, and then I have to enter this code like to verify. So if I'll press enter, then it opened see this thing it opened. I can show you, and one time code guys, copy it like properly, otherwise it won't work. Now let's continue, and you can see now I have to authorize it. So I'll authorize it, and then I have to enter my password. So I entered my password, and yes, you are all set, and that's what you have to do. And now you have to choose your default Git protocol. So you can either use HTTPS or SSH. So I'm going to go with HTTPS. So yeah, that's done, and I am logged in as I am Pawan, and yeah, that's all you need. So now once you are logged in, then if you want to let's say change your account, or yeah, change some credentials, so you can refresh as well. So you can just say gh auth refresh. If you say that, then you can, like, do it again. So that's what you can do. So and apart from that, if you want to check this status of it, so you can say gh auth status, and then you'll see that okay, everything is working just fine. Maybe let's go to some of my, let's say I go to desktop, and here I want to create a repo. So I can say gh repo. Okay, you can use create command, and you can use a repo name as well. So I can just say Github CLI. So if I try this, so okay, so it says that okay, unknown command Github CLI, because if you want to create a CLI, then you have to use a create command as well. Okay, so that's what we missed. So I can just say Github repo create Github CLI, and now it will ask you whether you want it to be public, private, or internal. So I can just make it public, let's say, and if you want it in your current directory, so I'll say yes. And yeah, you'll see how fast it is. It will just create a repository for you. So it is asking if you want to create a local project directory as well. So I'll say yes, let's say, and yes, it's done. So I have this project here which has been created. So I can just check ls, and you can see I have this project Github CLI, and now I can go to Github CLI, cd Github CLI, and then I can see what I have. Like, I have nothing. I might have just a normal .git file, nothing else, and that also hidden. So yeah, our GitHub repo is created, and now we can, like, see. So this is a way of doing it, right? And even if you want to short it, then there are other commands as well, right, which you can use. Like commands as in, like, there are various kind of filters which you can apply. So filters or flags, whatever you want to say it. So flags, let's say if I say git gh repo create, and my, let's say this thing, let's say create, and let's say pk is the name of the repository. Then after that also I can set certain flags. Okay, so let's say I can say dash private if I want to make it a private repository, right? So if you want to have issues there, or if you want to disable issues, then you can say, let's say enable dash enable dash issues is equal to false. So all these flags can be done, and it will set your repository into that particular like environment which you want to set. So yeah, I mean that's what you can do. And let's say inside this repo we want to clone some repo. So this is web3 Dart, an Ethereum library. So I can just copy this URL, or I can just say this thing, like the username or the organization name slash the repo name. So I can just say here gh repo clone and the owner and the repo name. If I press enter, then you can see that now I have so if I press ls, then you can see I have another one which is web3 Dart. So I have cloned the repo. So that was very simple. And you can even fork it, right? If you want to fork, then you can also say, let's say gh repo fork. So it will fork it for you as well. So the repository exists, but it contains no git content. So empty repositories cannot be forked. That's what it is saying. So basically right now it is saying me that okay, the repository exists, but the problem is that it contains no git content. So basically what I have to do, I have to go inside web3 Dart, and then only I can fork it, right? So I can just say cd web3 Dart, and then if I want, then I can, like, fork it. So I can again say the same thing, gh repo fork, and see, it is forking it, right? Created fork. Would you want to add a remote for the fork? So you can say, let's say yes, and yeah, that's it. So here again, like with fork commands as well, there are a lot of flags which you can use. Okay, so you can see we have all the things here. So a lot of flags, like let's say if you want to say clone is true, remote is true or not. So all these things we can do, right? And then there is a very good command which you can use, which is gh repo and view. Okay, so what it does, it shows you this entire view part of it, that okay, what is there in the readme. It shows you everything in the readme, so you can just check what this repo does, right? And even if you want to see a particular repo, then also you can do it. Let's say if I open this one where I have actually nothing, this is empty. Let's open some amazing one. Let's say this one, awesome app. Okay, so I can just copy this username and this particular ID, and I can just say gh wrapper view, and I can just write this, and you can see it will show me this awesome app, and it's like it gives a good color as well, and it looks pretty cool, right? So yeah, you can see any repo anywhere without even like forking it or doing anything else. So that's also very very good. And let's say if you want to let's say if you want to see it on web, okay, then you can again pass another flag, let's say dash dash web, and it will open like it opened me for here, like you can see. So yeah, it will open for you as well, so that's fine. Like you can explore it, right? So with this, and guys, do you know, like you can also create gist with it. So you can just write gh, okay, and gist and create, and then you can also let by default it is a private gist. So if you want to make it a public, so then you will say a dash dash public, and then guys you can give it a name, okay, whatever gist you want to create. Let's say if I want to create test.dart, so I can do that, right? So as of now it will not work for me because of some privacy restrictions, but let's see what list I have or what gist I have already. So I can say gh gist, and then I can just say list, and then we will try to see. So you can see these are the gist I have. Some are two of them are secrets, which I'm not gonna tell you for sure, but yeah, even if you get to know this, these are nothing actually. So let's say if I just copy one of the ID, then what I can do is I can also say, let's say gh let's say gist. So I can just say view, and I'll pass some ID, and then you can see this is what I get in the gist, okay. Similarly, if you want to edit it, then also you can use the ID, or you can even use the URL as well, okay. So I'll just say, rather than view, I can just say edit, and you'll see this opened it into the notepad, and I can edit it, and that should be fine. So yeah, so that's pretty good, right? That's pretty easy to use, and gists are something which I personally use. So yeah, you can say that, right? And even you have so if you go to GitHub CLI, you can go to all the command line, so GitHub line comments, or sorry, commands, and you can check it all out, right? Like there are a lot of commands, and you can like go ahead and go in detail, and you can also see the flags which you can use, right? So now this is done, and what we can do, we can also check more stuff. Let's check something else. Let's say how we can do pull requests, right? So if we see here, we have one repository which we cloned, that was web3 dart. So I can go to web3 dart, okay, and before doing a PR thing, we can, let's say if you want to see what is the like status of this, like how many issues are there, then you can also say gh issues list. So it will, oh sorry, it should be issue, not issues. So you can see these are all the issues which this repo have. So you can see RPC error. So there are a lot of, like, with the numbers as well, the numbers are highlighted with green. So these are all the issues which are there, right? And now let's see if we can see how many pull requests it has. So we can say GHPR, just PR for pull request, and we can list down. So you can see there are no open pull requests as of now into this. And if you want, just you can see the closed ones. So if I, let's say if I pass state, and if I say let's say show me the closed ones, then you will see there are a lot of pull requests which are closed. Let's say 10294 and all these things, right? So yeah, pretty much very easy to deal with it, right? And then there is a flag for all as well. Let's say for rather than closed, you can just say all, and it will show that as well. So let's say if I want to view a particular pull request, let's say 102 itself, right? So what I can say, I can just say gh pr view and 102, right? So you can see this is the pull request. Fix some simple error generator probably through this, and I can go to this URL, and I can check it, and the reviewer has approved it. So all of the things are there, right? Okay guys, now what we are gonna do, now we will see how we can create a PR request. So what I have done, I have pushed some code to this GitHub CLI repo. So now you can see I have one master branch and another one is develop branch, because otherwise we won't be able to do anything from the same branch, right? We cannot create a pull request from the same branch. So now in the develop branch I have some committed some changes like pk.txt and all. And now what I'll do, I'll make a pull request. Okay, so to make a pull request, I'll go back to my terminal and I can just say gh create. Okay, oh sorry, not create, but you can write pr and then create, and it will give you some kind of some steps how you can create it. And if you, let's say if we do this, then it will ask you so yeah, creating pull request for develop into master, which is fine. Now it is asking the title. So if you don't want to do it, then also you can pass these things through the like flags. So you can say ghpr create dash dash title, and then you can pass the title, similarly dash dash body, and you can pass the body. So let's say some changes, something like that. And don't make this PR request to any other repository for no reason unless you have something useful. So now some changes, it is asking if I want to add some body, then I can launch notepad and I can do it, but let's enter to skip it. And now it is saying if I want to continue in browser metadata, I can add, or I can just submit. So let's submit it and let's see if it creates a pull request. So now it's done. So now let's see if I refresh it, then you can see I have one pull request here and some changes it is written over here, and I can merge this. So yeah, that was pretty easy, right? To do pull request, it was like very easy. Let's say if you want to provide some meta or some flag, let's say, so you can just say title, and you can give some title. And then let's say if you want to have some body, then you can give some body as well, sss, something like that, and you can just press done. And yeah, so already exists a particular pull request already exists. So yeah, I just same thing. Let's say if I say git checkout master, so now I'm in the master branch. So if you see git branch, then I am in master branch. So now here I can write that, let's say this particular thing, and now you can see, okay, this didn't work for some reason. Why? No open pull request for branch. Why? That's why there is no open pull request. Okay, maybe we did something. Pull one. Yeah, we added wrong like URL, I guess. Yes, pulls, so it should be this. And yeah, see, you can see that switch to branch develop, and I switched to that thing. Okay, so yeah, this works. And if you want to merge, then you can just write ghpr, and rather than create, this time you can say merge. So I'm not gonna show you that, but you can do it. And if you want to close a PR request, so you can just say, let's say close one, and yes, close pull request one. And now if we refresh it, then you can see it is closed. And yeah, I mean, these are the things which you can do. And we can also now check PR status, what happens. So it will say that okay, you have some changes here which is closed, created by you, so you have no pull requests now. So yeah guys, these are some of the things which you can do, and there are a lot of things which you can do, right? And similarly, if you want to create an issue, you can go here and you can create a new issue. Let's say, okay, I have to log in first, otherwise it won't work. But yes, like let's create an issue from here, okay, because I'm not logged in on this website, but I can use like gh issue and create. Okay, so it will ask me again what is the title. So testing, let's say, then body, I'll skip it and submit it. So now you can see I have issue created over here, testing, and yeah, and I can just again list it down. So I can just say gh issue list. So I have one issue over here which I can see by saying that okay, gh issue view, and okay, so it's saying what is the number of issue. So number of issue is 2. So you can see opened, testing, less than a minute. So all the information you can do. So yeah, I mean, if you want to close it, then again you can do the same thing, like issue close 2, and it will close the issue. So that's pretty much right what you can do here. And yeah, this is the all the things which you can do. Like if you want to log out, then you can simply log out by saying, okay, okay, let me just show you. So these are the authentication commands: logout, refresh status, which I showed you already. Config I haven't showed you, but yeah, you can do it. Gist I have showed you. Issue I have showed you most of them. PR I have showed you. Releases I haven't, but yeah, that's pretty much same. Then cloning, fork, and view, and all these are the same things. So yeah, guys, like it makes your life easy. That's what I want to say, and it's a very like easy to use interface. That's what I can see and say. So yeah, check it out. And yeah, you can play with my repo if you want, this particular repo which I have created here. So whatever you want to do, you can do it with it. You can push like make PR request to this for no reason, that's fine. But don't just go some particular repo and do these things. So yeah, that's a warning of this particular video. And I hope you enjoyed this, right? If you did, then press the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also make sure that you press the bell icon to get future updates. And yes guys, this is something good, like GitHub CLI. Give it a try, and play with it. And once you get familiar in a while, then it will be very easy. So yeah, I that's it guys. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, take care.